been to some fireplaces. It's hard to carry on when you feel all alone. Now I've swung back down again. It's worse than it was before. If I hadn't seen such riches, I could live with being poor. Oh, sit down, oh, sit down, oh, sit down. Sit down next to me. Sit down, 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 down. With sympathy.
Evening, everyone. Evening.
Hello.
Something slightly different tonight. I thought we'd do a Premier League as it's back at last. Thank God. We'd do a match preview with Steve. Steve, how you doing, man?
I'm pretty good, man. I'm pretty good. Yeah, I've been mad busy. I was saying to you backstage. I've been mad busy. I'm doing college and work. But yeah, I found some time, so I'm back on here. But yeah, hope you guys are good. Hope everyone in the chat is good as well. But yeah, looking forward to it for sure.
I'm going to try and rearrange this screen. Every time there's a chat come up,
You're good.
I'm missing the Yeti. We do it like that. Is that any good? No. Like no, it's not going to work. No, forget that one.
You can hide me, mate. I'm used to being hidden, living in a cave and that, you know.
Sorry. We have to go with that one. Sorry about that.
This works.
Yeah. Anyway, Yeti, how you doing, man? I hope you're feeling better after your situation, face planting.
I'm all good, mate. I'm all good, and I'm like so happy that, like, you know, when I went and I fell, I managed to save the beer because, you know, if I'd have actually not saved the beer, I probably could have grabbed something and stopped my head rebounding off the floor. But you know, you've always got to save the beer, ain't you? At the end of the day. But yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good.
Absolutely, man.
That's commitment. That's commitment to save.
Isn't it?
Jesus, you paid a price. Damn.
Mate, if you lose the beer, then that's a disgrace.
Mate, all that education and the all the info I got from my parents, they don't go to waste, you know.
Fact. So what we're going to do, we're going to have I'm going to get all three of us tonight, and in the chat, put your predictions in. I want to see what you've got to say. We're going to give our match predictions for this weekend of the Premier League, and we'll see how we get out. It'll be quite interesting, this. So, first one up, Liverpool, Everton. It's the Scouser derby.
Merseyside derby.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's the big one, isn't it? It's the big one.
Always a cracking game, this one.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately,
it feels one-sided a lot of the time, though. It used to be Jets. I bet you remember some crazy, because Everton and Liverpool in the 80s were both winning league titles, right?
Yeah.
Super team. Yeah. You know, so that, but yeah, Everton just completely, past few years, they've just been horrific.
Luke's going 2-0 Liverpool. Yeah. Okay. Liverpool beat Everton. Yeah. Okay.
I think it's got to be Liverpool at the end of the day. I mean, Everton started to pick up, but I've seen them so many times where they pick up and then they meet Liverpool, and it just, you know, Liverpool just own them. I hate to say it because I do like Everton. But I think you have to be realistic, and I just think Liverpool's got too much for them.
I think the only way that Everton can get anything out of it, number one, they have to not just win the midfield battle, they need to dominate it. They need to they need to keep Szoboszlai completely quiet. Same with Gravenberch. Same with just they need to overpower that midfield. They have the players ability wise, and like Onana is a very, very. I really like Onana on Everton.
Yeah.
I liked him for a while. He was at Hamburg a few years ago. Then he went to Lille, so he's taken steps up and done well. So I like him. He's a bit inconsistent, but same with Doucouré. I think Doucouré is a decent player also, but it's always been a consistent thing because he's big, powerful, can shuffle the ball about. But that's the only way Everton can really do anything. Get a 0-0 at best. To be honest, I struggled to see Everton scoring. To be honest,
I think it would be about 3-1. I think the only chance Everton's got, to be honest, is if they drop kick Salah in the head at the start and get him concussed, and then drop kick Alisson in the head and get him concussed as well.
Yeah, what?
Injure them all.
The thing is too for me, Liverpool actually defensively. If I were Everton, I would throw the kitchen sink at it because it's like. For one, you have nothing to lose because it's at Anfield. No one is expecting you to win. Your own fans.
No, you're right.
Nobody's picking a Liverpool win. So just go for it. Because you look at Liverpool's defense, the names are great. Like Alexander-Arnold, Robertson, Konate, Van Dijk. But like they're not as strong as they used to be defensively.
No.
Alisson is still terrific. But you can if you keep poking holes at that defense, they will leak.
Yeah. If he goes low block, then he's going to be in trouble.
Exactly. And they don't have really the pace on the counter to do that. They had it in Damari Gray, but they sold him. So it's just like I don't really know who can really hurt them. I like Beto. I like the striker they just got from Udinese. I liked him.
Same.
I liked him at Udinese. He's a powerful, strong guy. With the ball at his feet, he can bulldoze two guys. But who's going to give him the ball? Who's going to give him consistent service? That's the issue. So now I see Liverpool. I'll probably go for like a 2-0 Liverpool win, and that's probably generous to Everton. But probably they aren't terrible.
2-0, yeah.
I'll go 2-0 Liverpool. I think.
Yeah,
I think it could be a 0-0 in the first half, and then second half they just find a way to overpower them a bit. I think Szoboszlai, my Hungarian boy, will probably score, and probably Salah because he always seems to score against them.
Yeah, I mean, I think Liverpool will really put a stamp on this. I think because whenever they're in a position where they're not struggling, but just sort of on the brink, they tend to go to Everton, go and take Everton on and put it all back together. So I'm going to go 3 or 4-1. To be honest, I think they'll really put a stamp on it.
Yeah,
4-1 Liverpool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair play. Just quickly. Carl Rossi, legend that he is, gifted 5 Arsenal history and more.
Hey, shout out, Carl.
You're a top
Big
fella.
up, Carl, mate. Cheers for keep dropping my link as well.
Top fella, man. Next up, we've got Brentford, Burnley.
Burnley.
I personally, that to me is always going to be a Brentford win. I think that's a Brentford win for me. And I'll give it. I'm going to go there 2-0. I'm going 2-0, man.
2-0.
Yeah,
3-0.
I'd say.
I'm trying to think. Oh wait, I forgot they had these. Brentford won their last league game against Burnley 2-0, March 2022, ending of 4 straight defeats. Oh wow! So Burnley beat them 4 straight times before their last win. They last won back-to-back meetings with Burnley since in December of '96. Burnley have only failed to score one of their 10. Failed to score in one of their last 10 league games against Brentford. Though they've only kept 1 clean sheet. So both teams to score happens a lot. Brentford have won 1 game in the league. Currently winless in 6. They last went on a longer run between January and February 22. Burnley have lost 6 of their 8 Premier League games this season. Their most defeats from their opening 9 matches of any campaign is 7, and they did that in 1888, 1904, 05, and 77, 78. Wow.
Wow.
Jesus. And then Brentford had dropped more points from winning positions in the Premier League. This is what makes the game interesting. Brentford had dropped more points from winning position in the Premier League this season than any other side, 11, failing to win the last 4 league matches in which they had a lead. The last side to endure a longer run of The last side to endure a longer run of failing to win consecutive Premier League games in which they were ahead was Newcastle. Of course.
Well done, Steve. Well done for reading that, mate. Well done.
That's not. Oh my God, we have so many crap records, bro. It's hilarious. But yeah,
Hey, beat PSG.
Yes, we did, and we're looking good for the most part.
Yes, what's your prediction, man?
Starting the, yeah.
I'd say 3-1. I mean, the thing is with Burnley is they try and play through teams and things like that, and I think Brentford will just take advantage of that and actually put it on them, because Brentford's been kind of in a bit of a lull at the moment as well, and I think this is the ideal game for them to come back in and probably smash Burnley. So I'm going to say 3-1.
Okay, fair enough. Steve-O, what do you think, mate?
I'm thinking both teams are in bad form. Brentford are at home, though. The head-to-head record has 3 Burnley wins out of 4 meetings. I'm gonna go for a Burnley win. I'll go 2-1.
Are you?
There's always a surprise in these 10 a.m. fixtures or 3 p.m.
Right.
There's always a sneaky surprise. So I'll go for a Burnley 2-1 win.
Interesting.
Fair play.
Because you can play football against Brentford, and Burnley will find their shooting boots, I think, eventually, because they got some good players. Like for me, the star of the show for Burnley is Luca Colecio, the Italian American winger on the left. He really, really is. He had a good performance against Man City. Against Chelsea, he was decent also. So Colecio is definitely one to look out for. I do like him. So
yeah, well, not sure about, but yeah, okay, interesting people in the chat. 1-1s, 2-0 Brentford. Yeah, interesting. It's a mixed bag, really. Mixed bag. Okay, let's move on.
Yeah.
Bournemouth.
Big up to everybody in the chat, by the way.
Yeah, big up everyone, man. If you please hit the subs, hit the likes. I'll put it on subscriber mode tonight to avoid any idiots coming in. But Bournemouth versus Wolves. Now this is an interesting one.
It is.
Both teams. I'm going to go with a punt here. I'm going 1-1. I'm going 1 on that.
Both teams actually aren't that bad to watch. I think both teams do try to play football. Areola as a manager at Rayo Vallecano, I really liked. Like he took a team with a tiny budget and he had them playing really well for about 2 or 3 years. That's who Bournemouth got now. I've seen a few of their games. They played really well against West Ham, I think, on the opening day or the second day. They actually played well, but they drew with West Ham. But I think they'll get their first win. I'll go for a Bournemouth 2-1, I think.
2-1. Okay. 2-1. Okay.
Because Wolves can't finish. Wolves can't finish, man.
I think this one is. I think Bournemouth's going to get their win. To be honest, I think because they always do just come up and get something. I mean, they're what second to last in the table at the moment. Yeah. So I think they will get a win. I think I'm looking at about 3-2. I think it's going to be a good game. This one, to be honest. I do think this is going to be a good game because Wolves have started to sort of get things back together. But it depends how Wolves go to this one because, like, they go to Man City and they play this on solar. They go to Bournemouth. It depends what mentality they turn up with. If they turn up thinking, they're second to bottom of the league, then we're going to beat these, then I think they could get a surprise. And I do think Bournemouth will win this one. 3-2 for me.
3-2. Okay, mate.
Yeah.
Right. Forest, your team, Yeti.
Oh, 9-0, mate. It's got 9-0 written all over it, hasn't it? Well, basically, I mean, we've got to win this. I mean, they can't score away at home. So, I highly doubt they're going to be able to come here and they're going to give us a game. They play really tough. They play really hard. We've got a 1 year, which is unfortunate. I think it's only a month though. It's not as bad as we first thought with a groin injury. I think that must have been. I think Zinchenko must have tried to rip his balls off or something, and that's how he's got his groin injury. I mean, he's such a frightening guy, and he's Zinchenko. Every time I close my eyes, I just keep seeing Zinchenko trying to beat me up. It reminds me of one of them police officers, the ones that got bullied at school. So think they're really odd because they're in a police uniform.
Yeah. We got
it reminds me of that. Yeah. So basically, this is going to be a win. I think we're really going to put it together. I mean, I don't know what you've seen, Steve, as Sangare, but he's starting to really fit in. Dominguez as well. It's all down to whether Divock Origi or Woods can pull their finger out their arse and actually, be the striker we need. But we've got no Aurier, got no Montiel, because Montiel got injured in the game with Argentina, which is a shame.
Yeah.
Aurier got injured against Palace and had to come off. So I'm not too worried about this one. I think I'm going to just go out there and say 4-0, to be honest.
Wow. Now, Yeti, the only thing I'm looking at your head-to-head record. This is obviously your first ever Premier League meeting. Your head-to-head record against Luton isn't the best.
It's not. It's not. It ain't.
A 1-0 win in the most recent meeting in the championship. They got a red card.
That's right.
Obviously, it's completely different teams, but they got a 1-0. They drew away to you guys and even beat you at the City Ground 1-0 in 2021, and then drew. So they've gotten. You have 2 wins against them. That was in 2019 and 2020. So you've got 2 wins out of 6. They've got 2 wins, and they're so split dead down the middle. So are you not worried about the head-to-head form, or is it just the quality you think the team kind of?
To be quite honest, I'm one of these people that looks at what's happened before and just thinks this is a different game. And I don't think we'll sort of go into this game thinking that, they beat us last time or, whatever the score was last time. I think we'll go into this game thinking, we're the Premier League team. They're not doing too well, this, that, and the other. And we want to show our attacking prowess like we did against Crystal Palace, one of the best games I've seen us have this season. We was on fire up front. It's unfortunate that some of them are out now, but I don't know. I just think we'll have too much for them, mate, to be honest. I think they throw the history books out the window. Not the ones for the European Cups. We're keeping them ones, but
true.
I just don't think they'll have much for us, to be fair.
True.
They'll probably injure a lot of us, but they'll get a lot of cards as well because they're a very in-your-face team.
They're chippy. They cross a lot of balls into the box. Adebayo and what's his name? Carlton Morris. I like them.
Oh yeah.
They'll get them. Like for me, that's a strike partnership. They could get promoted again too.
Yeah. I mean, they've got Ogben as well. Ogben's not a bad player.
Yeah.
And Ogben's playing some really good stuff. And Morris is playing like his life depends on it, which is, probably does. And the way we defend sometimes is not always the greatest. I think that's the one thing we've got to get sorted now. But I don't know. I just think we'll have too much for him, mate, to be honest.
Fair enough.
I'm going to go 4-0 Forest on that.
I'm going to 2-1 Forest. I think it's gonna be a bit stressful, Yeti. I can't lie. I think they'll play it tough. 2-1 Forest. I think it'll be last minute winner for Forest. There you go. There you go.
Good call.
They'll make you sweat.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I wouldn't. I mean, that just make my watch along a lot more interesting, to be honest. So it's all good in that respect.
There's some funny times on it. 10 a.m. 10 a.m. Oh, is that over your
in
time?
America? Yeah, I'm 5 hours behind.
Yeah. Cool.
Yep, I get up early.
Thinking, wow, what's going on?
I know. Yeah, I just seen that.
Man City, Brighton. Now
Wow.
that's a game and a half. These two teams, Brighton are rocking at the moment. Let's get it right. Man City, Brighton. Man City. I'm actually going to go. I'll tell you what I'm going to go with this one. Right. I'm actually going to go with. I'm going to go with a Desmond Tutu.
I was literally about to say Desmond Tutu. I'm not even joking. I think too, because like Man City, look, they do this. Like they started off the first 5 or 6 games, it was all wins. They've slipped up a little bit recently, and I think it might continue. Brighton are kind of Jekyll and Hyde at the moment. I think it'll be more Jekyll, but they'll give them a game. Brighton have never won an away game against Man City, though. They've lost their 9 visits in a row by an aggregate score of 24-3. So it is a big shout that they'll score 2.
There's some interesting in the chats. This is quite amazing. Jam saying Man City 4, Brighton 0.
True. It could happen.
Drew Gunners 1-0 Brighton. Luke saying 3-1 Man City. So it's quite a spread. Who else we got? We got DJ Crane. Big up to you, my friend. 5 hours behind if you live in the East Coast. 8 hours if you're in the West.
Yeah, in the West Coast of America, we got that damn big of a country. So basically, these 10 a.m. games for the people in California are at 7 a.m.
Yeah, man, and
the 12:30 game in the UK is at 4:30 in the morning in California.
I'd never see any of them, to be honest with you. I mean, if our games was 10 a.m., there'd be no watch along.
But Yeti and Jez, would it interest you though that the bars open up? There are soccer bars in California that open up at that time too. It's crazy, man.
I wouldn't want to drink at that time in the morning. Carl Rossi says Man City 2-1. And Macy says Man City need to start winning. They do. But I don't want them to. Stephen says City 4-1. And Macy is Haaland is going to score a hat-trick. Go on, Steve. Go on.
I was just going to say, look at number 3. Man City have scored at least once in 25 of their 26 league games against Brighton. The only exception being a 0-0 draw in 1984 at the Goldstone ground.
God, I remember that ground. Jeez.
Yeah. So the last time Brighton kept a clean sheet against Man City in the league was 1984. That's wild. That's wild. So.
Well, I mean, I'm going all out, mate. I'm going 4-2 because simple reason is Man City was not happy about the way Arsenal snatched that at the end, to be honest. And I think they've got, Pep's going to really have them G'd up for this to pretty much, unfortunately, Brighton's going to have to take the brunt of that because, and I just think Man United will wipe them, to be honest with you, 100%.
Yeah. It'll be a good game, though. I think it'll be a good game. When they play each other. So that is one thing I think kind of guaranteed. But yeah, I'll go for 2-2. Go for 2-2. I think gotta trick up
Desmond. Going for Desmond, same as me.
Yeah.
All right.
What is the origin of that, Jez? The Desmond. What does that mean?
Well, it's basically he was the leader, wasn't he, of the African nation. And it was it's just basically slang, London slang.
Oh, I got you.
2-2. So it's like 2-2. It's London slang, man. That's all
Got
it is.
I got
So you always call it a Desmond if it's a 2-2. There you go. We move on. Man United Palace. Now.
Newcastle.
He's got Newcastle here.
Sorry?
You said
He's
Man
got
United.
Newcastle here.
Beg your pardon. I've jumped ahead. I've jumped ahead.
That's
Beg your pardon. Newcastle United versus the Palace. Mama Flossie, give me your prediction in the chat, please.
Yeah.
I am going to go on this one. I'm going to go 2-1 to the Toon. And yeah, I just think they're just too strong for Palace. Just too strong, man.
The thing is, I kind of agree with that. Like, I think we'll win, but I think it's gonna be a 1-0 because we played these guys we played them 5 out of the past 5 games we played against them. One was in the Carabao Cup. There have been 3 or 4 straight 0-0s at home and away. And we won the other one 1-0. So there's not been many goals in this fixture recently. So I'll go for a 1-0 because Palace always managed to just, they always manage to kind of claw, a result out of it. So I think I'll go for a 1-0 Newcastle. I'll go for Isak to score. But
Has Tonali got caught betting now, has he? Somebody just
Yep.
The Mama's gone 2-1. So there you go. She's made the statement.
Fair enough.
And it's away the lads.
Away the lads.
Absolutely.
So there's a couple of interesting results. People coming in here. Tonally bet on Newcastle. I'm betting on Newcastle. Fair play.
Honestly.
And we've got Macy says 3-1. Newcastle 3-1 Yeti. 3-1 going big.
This betting's getting out of hand, man. Mind you, the FA do it as well, so I mean they can't really say a great deal, can they?
There's corruption everywhere, bro. No, but
Tonali's in the dark forces of the league.
Like, I think what big up Chloe, by the way. I think what she means by that is like they pull off surprises. It seems like a lot. Like they like what was it? 2 weeks ago they beat Man United at Old Trafford. Nobody thought they were gonna win that. Man United aren't even that good. So, but yeah, they are a funky team to play against. They held Arsenal to 1-0, and then they drew with this guy 0-0 also. So
yeah.
They can, Roy Hodgson just has a knack of kind of digging out results. It's not pretty, but I think it'll be probably a 0-0. Or 1-0. 1-0 Newcastle. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a 0-0 though. But yeah, Crystal Palace are winless in 4 against us in the past 4, and they haven't scored. That's why I'm also going. I think we'll keep a clean sheet. But yeah. Oh, all right. Newcastle have conceded 17 goals in home matches since the start of last season in the Premier League, the joint fewest of any non-promoted team, along with Man United. The Magpies have kept a clean sheet in consecutive league games at St. James's Park, and that's crucial for me because it's like if you keep a clean sheet, then all we need is a goal. So, St. James's Fortress again, which is.
Well, this is it. I mean, that's where my point of view comes from on this. So it's St. James's Park, and Newcastle are on a different phase at the moment. So 3-0 for me, 3-0 all the way. Isaac hat-trick as well, because I think he's been playing really well just lately. So, I'm going to go 3-0 Isaac hat-trick.
3-0 Newcastle, yeah?
I'll take that. That. Be a happy man. Very, very happy with that.
Okay, we move on. So the biggest game of the weekend, of course it is. Of course it is. You can't deny it. It is the biggest game. Yeah. Chelsea against Arsenal. It's going to be an interesting game, guys. Chelsea got a lot of injuries. Their captain's out. I did a show last night with Kenny. We highlighted the fact of the injuries, what's going on. I am going to go. I predicted it last night. I'm going to stick with it. 3-0 Arsenal. I'm sticking with it.
Ooh, I think I'll go with a 2-0. I think you have a very good defense that can keep Chelsea, who struggled to score anyways, quiet. So I think you'll do that. Yeah, I'll go 2-0. I don't think it'll be an amazing Arsenal performance necessarily, but you know, I think Arsenal are still figuring some stuff out, but you're getting results. You are getting results. Obviously besides the Loans game, but you know, yeah, I think I'll go 2-0. Something like I'll go for a Saka goal and Jesus probably. I agree with Chloe. Chloe just said there won't be a lot of goals in it.
Hendon's got 1-1. I can't believe you, mate. What are you doing? What are you saying? Come on, man. And we've got DJ saying 3-1 for the arse. Carefree Chloe's saying 1-1. There's a lot of people predicting a tight game here. Carl says, I keep changing my mind every stream. I think we now might sneak 2-1. A cage game, I feel. It could be. Oregon, Dow, good to see you, my friend. 2-1 the Arsenal. Yeah.
How you going, Dow, mate?
Mama Floss is going 2-1 for the Arsenal. Luke is going 2-0 Arsenal. Fair play. I'm liking it. Again, another tight game, but I'm going 1-0 Arsenal. Stephen saying that. Fair play. Carefree Chloe saying won't be a lot of goals in it. I think there will be. Personally.
Yeah, I do as well.
Then I talk shit, so it doesn't matter. Carefree Chloe first goal wins.
Probably.
Macy says Nonny Magicook is going to score 2. No. Be positive. Macy, I don't want Havertz or Nketiah to start. I said this last night, guys.
Yeah.
I gave my starting lineup. I don't mind Havertz or Nketiah coming on for the last 20, 25, like we did against Man City. Made a difference. Happy with that. Hendon says, remember, Jez, whenever you say asked to win 3-0, ends up as a draw score. Yeah, sorry, mate. That's me. There it goes. Yeti, give me your view, man.
Well, I think there is going to be goals in this. I think basically I'm going for a Desmond, to be honest with you. 2-2. Basically, I think Chelsea have got some players, 1 or 2 players back, I think. Not 100% sure on that, to be honest. But I just think, I don't know. I think you might just get pegged back this week. I got a funny feeling that you might just get pegged back, and then Spurs will probably win, and then you'll have absolute nightmares for the rest of the week.
Yeah.
This is an interesting stuff. Arsenal have won each of the last 3 away league games against Chelsea. They could become the first side to win 4 in a row against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge since Watford did it in 81 to 86. So no team has went to Stamford Bridge 4 times in a row and won all 4 times since 81 or 86 to 81 to 86. That's mad.
Yeah, the thing is for me.
Yeah.
All right, go on.
Question for you, Steve-O. Thank you, mate, Manuel. You think Dortmund can beat Newcastle? Thank you for your super chat, my friend. Thank you for that.
That's the Champions League game we got on Wednesday. I think we'll win, but watching Dortmund this year, they've just struggled to break down low blocks. Newcastle, we can do the low block thing. They play with a high line as well, so we can exploit that. They play on Friday, and I'm doing a watch along for that on my channel, so I'll be able to see the game before how they play. But I think we'll win. But I think Dortmund will. They have goals in them. But I'm just excited again for another crazy night in the Champions League for Newcastle. We've done good so far. We've done real good. So.
Wow. Hey, mate, done good when he absolutely bossed PSG.
Saint-Germain, yeah.
Man, come on.
Yeah.
That was amazing. That was amazing.
Yeah, I mean, that was just something off the park, man.
Yeah.
I bet you're dreading the return game.
Oh,
they are really gonna want. They're really gonna want that back.
Oh, absolutely.
Really gonna want that back.
In France as well. Yeah, it'll be a good game. But we've been to San Siro, kept a clean sheet. So yeah, it's good stuff, man. We're showing that we can get results against different kinds of teams from everywhere, really. So yeah, I'm just excited, man. Excited with Newcastle, but I think we'll.
Thank you, mate, Manuel. Greetings from Peru. We love Arsenal here. Good up to you, mate. Good up to you.
Nice.
Hope you do.
Yeah, we'll have his issues, mate. Well done.
Best club in the world, my friend. Best club in the world, and big respect to you. Thank you for your super chat once again. And come on, mate. Let's Manuel. Let's make sure this season is a good one, shall we? Because
I think Mudryk gets an assist as well, and then I can't wait to see Zinchenko run up to him and Mudryk just hold his head. You know how they do on the cartoons where he just hold his head and he's just punching it.
Yeah, okay, fair play. Move on. Right, Sheffield United, Man United.
Yes, he's going to stim me in a minute.
That is an interesting game. I'm sorry, but Sheffield United, man, I think they'll get absolutely piped, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm going to go 4-0. 4-0. 4-0, Man United.
Wow. I don't see Man United. Okay, here's a fun fact. Man United haven't scored 4 goals in a game under Eric Ten Hag. So they've never done it before under Ten Hag, but it could happen. It has to against a team like Sheffield United. We beat them 8-0.
They're crap, man.
Yeah. I think, but you know what it is? Before that 8-0 game, let's not forget Sheffield United held Man City. You know, they held them to a last-minute winner from Rodri, and then Spurs, they got 2 in the last minute, in the added time. So they could keep Man United tight, and Man United don't score many goals. They're not a good defensive team. I could see a 0-0. I think Man United will just squeak it 1-0. It's going to be a really not a great game to watch, though. I don't think.
No, I think there's going to be goals.
No.
Yes,
isn't this?
You go 1-0.
Yeah, I'm actually going 1-0 Sheffield United. I think they're going to get the first win. I think Man United's in absolute turmoil at the moment. I think there's so many things going on there and things like that. And I think Sheffield United will get the first win on this weekend.
It wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me at all. I just think Man United they'll scrape it somehow. Actually, the last time they played in the Premier League, Sheffield United beat them 2-1.
Yeah.
So they have done it before. Yeah, they could do it, you know. Yeah, I think I'll go for a 1-0 Man United. Isn't Sheffield and Manchester not that far apart also?
No,
they're not that far, are they?
Man.
Yeah, so that'll be kind of like not a derby, but a bit of
80 odd, 90 odd miles, something like that.
It's not far, yeah.
Not that far.
Yeah, crowd will be up for it, but I think 1-0. 1-0, Man United.
Got that. The people coming in with we've got here. Luke says 2-0 Man United. Okay, fair play. Macy said Man United win 2-1. And we've got Carl Rossi gifted 5 more. Arsenal, the history of man.
Another 5 more.
Wow.
Big up, Carl, man. Big lad. Big
top
lad.
man,
Big up, I mean. Big lad.
Top
Big
fella.
up, I mean.
He must be on the wine tonight because I know he likes his red wine as much as I do.
Red wine.
He's having a tattoo of his dog with his face like merged into it. Have you seen? He's doing that, I think.
Drew Gunners. Oh, hang on. Drew Gunners was saying 1-0 Sheffield United. Okay, fair play. Interesting. That's Mama Flossie's told off for his comment. Yeah, fair play. Naughty boy. Drew Gunners, 85 million Sheffield to 85 miles.
Yeah.
Sheffield to yes. I was about right. I said 90. I think, or did I say 100? I can't remember. Sheffield and Manchester have something in common. Both places are shitholes. Sheffield used to be a lovely place, man.
So it's a coal miners kind of place, right?
It's a
steel mills and all that sort of stuff.
Oh, steel. That's right. That's right.
Yeah, it's like
if you actually listen to them talk, it sounds like they've got their heads made of steel because there definitely ain't no brain there.
Well, that's why the nickname of the Sheffield United is the Blades, because they were the closest. Sheffield Wednesday were, I forget the name. I did used to know the reason why they were called Sheffield Wednesday, but I can't remember now. But Sheffield United called the Blades because they were nearest to the Sheffield Steel Works.
Yes.
Right.
What they call Sheffield the city of steel or something.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
It was the
That's what they call Pittsburgh here in the U.S. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. They call that the Steel City.
But it was the fact that any
well, they do a lot of steel in there, don't they? From what I've seen on YouTube,
it came from Sheffield, man. Any knives, cutlery, blah blah.
Yeah,
came from Sheffield. It is, and it is still today. I think still quite a primary place for steel making. I think not what it was back in the time, but
yeah.
Anyway, let's move on to the next game. Aston Villa, West Ham.
Actually, a decent game.
it is. Yeah, it does sound good, doesn't it?
It's a decent get. Both teams are in pretty relatively good form. It's like a claret and blue kind of derby thing. Damn, that's a good game, yo. It's a good game.
Probably game of the weekend, that one.
Well, Man City. Yeah, I mean, there's Chelsea, Arsenal, Man City, Brighton. This is very competitive. Ooh, because Villa are so good at home, but then West Ham can get results away. I'm struggling with this one. I think
I'm going 4-3.
I think I might just go Villa. Oh wait, look at this stat right here. Villa have lost their last 3 Premier League home games against West Ham, as many as they had in their first 21 against them. Jeez. So actually, West Ham have won 3 straight times at Villa Park. So, and West Ham are unbeaten in the last 10 Premier League games against Villa. What? Look at that. So West Ham haven't lost to Aston Villa since 2015. That's crazy. That's crazy. For 2 teams that have kind of been, both of them were battling relegation a few years ago. Wow. Okay, so West Ham have a really good record against Villa. Ooh.
Well, I'm going to go 1-1. I'm going 1-1 on this one.
1-1.
1-1.
I think it's going to be half Desmond. I think it's going to be a good game.
Yeah.
I think the 2 teams are going to burn themselves out, personally.
And they both got Europe on Thursday as well. Damn. I think I'm gonna go 2-1 West Ham. I'll go 2-1 West Ham. I think they've got what it takes to hurt Villa on the counter. To be honest, they've got Kudus. They've got a very good midfield. I think of Ward-Prowse, Edson Alvarez. Those guys have both been very good for them. They've used the Declan Rice money really well, to be honest, West Ham. But then Villa got some great players too. John McGinn, Diaby, Watkins is on fire. Ooh. I'll go 2-1 West Ham because I didn't know the record was so one-sided. Wow. I'll go 2-1 Hammers.
Bearing in mind, though, their manager, Unai Emery.
True. I do, yeah. I'll still go 2-1 West Ham. I think Moise will get one over somehow.
Fair play. Yeti, where are you going, man?
I'm going. This one's going to be a good one, I think. I think there'll be a lot of goals in it as well. And the things with Villa is you don't really know which way to go because it's like with they smash Brighton and then they play Wolves and it's like a boring sort of 1-1. So I think they'll really be up for this. I'm going to really go for this one, say 4-3. I think this is going to be one of the games of the weekend. Apart from that crappy Arsenal-Chelsea one, I mean, that one as well. But
yeah. Okay. You can.
I'm getting sin-binned, I am, by the end of this.
Sin-bin.
You can. Just going to say, big up Tony Claude Gunner TV, people.
Tony Claude, mate.
Top fella, does great content. Go and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed to Tony, get over there and subscribe. Fact. Now, I've got a fact, an interesting fact that Mama Flossie brought in to me. I didn't know this. Mama says Sheffield Wednesday were originally a cricket club. The club was named after the day of the week they played. I did not know that.
They should have stuck to cricket, to be honest.
Yeah. Thank you for that. I did not know that. So that's a little bit of history that I've learned tonight. Thank you for that, Mama. Yeti, give me your score prediction.
Yeah.
Come on. Aston Villa West Ham. Come on.
I just did. 4-3.
Oh, 4-3.
Yeah, 4-3, mate.
Yeah,
it's going to be a big scoring game. This is. I think Villa's got some real good scorers, and so has West Ham. So.
I didn't listen to you because you were dissing Arsenal. So you know what I mean.
Might as well mute me then for the rest of the stream.
It just doesn't happen. That's fact. Right, last one. Spurs, Fulham. Now I tell you what, Fulham have got as much hatred for Spurs as they have for Chelsea.
Do they really?
It's history. It's history.
Enough.
I mean, everybody hates Spurs, don't they? Let's get it right. I am going to go on this one. I am sadly going to go. I'm going to go 2-0. I'm going to go 2-0 Spurs. Sadly.
Yeah, I just don't think any goal.
Guys, before we wrap this up, give me your views.
Jez, I think I'm gonna agree with your prediction because it's like I just don't see Fulham like where the goals coming from. That's the big problem. They did score, I think 3 or 4 against Sheffield United last time out, but other than that, it's like yeah, I'll go 2-0 Spurs, I think I'll go 2-0 Spurs. They've been playing some really good football.
Yeah, they do play good football.
Games. So I enjoy watching them as a neutral because it's like at least watching Conte and Mourinho and those guys try to play was awful. So it's like at least Postecoglou was a good manager. As Celtic, you did a phenomenal job. Yeah, he's a good manager. He's got them playing some good football and they're getting results. So yeah, I think they'll win 2-0 probably. Something like that.
2-0, yeah, I think so. Yeti,
Well, I'm going to please you Arsenal fans this time because I'm going to say 2-1 Fulham because I think Spurs are all
Wow.
of a sudden going to get a slap. Because as normal, they all get hyped up about what goes off in October and all this kind of stuff. And I think they've got a slapping coming, and I think this will be a 2-1 to Fulham. I think that guy that they've got forward, I can't remember his name, Ramirez, is it, who used to play for Wolves? He's getting closer and closer.
Jimenez.
So, yeah.
Jimenez,
I think he's getting closer and closer. So, yeah, I think 2-1 Spurs, 2-1 Fulham.
He
mate.
scored like 5 goals in the past 3 years. I looked it up the other day. For club and country, by the way. 5.
Yeah.
And he played in probably about 60-odd games in 3 years. That head injury really just fucked up everything, to be honest. It's sad, but yeah, I don't know.
Cordova Reed's the one that I liked.
I like the Cordova
Reed.
I do like him. Head to head. To be fair, Fulham did draw with Tottenham at Craven Cottage in the Carabao Cup. But yeah, Tottenham have been. I'm looking at the head to head right now. There's like 5. There's 5 wins out of the past 6.
Yeah,
so I think Spurs will get it. But the upset pick, I hear it. You got a case to make, but I just don't know who's going to score for Fulham consistently. That's the problem.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
I love this comment. All the years, I've never ever. It was Lee that cottoned me onto this the other week, month ago. I love fried chicken, but I hate a chicken on a ball. That crest, I never ever looked at it like that. Lee put it on to me, and I was like, "Wow, yeah, I see where you're coming from, man, on that one. Seriously." Thanks.
It was only them that could have a cock on a ball, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, that's just fair play. Guys, we're going to wrap it up. Thank you for everybody who's jumped in and joined and given us your views and your opinions. It's always valuable to us. Steve-O, legend that is, Encyclopedia, my man, the only man I go to about European football, because you actually watch it and you actually know your knowledge. So fair play to you, my friend. Shout your stuff out, please. Where can we find you? And Problem says Chelsea. Yeah, well, we'll be seeing you, mate. We'll be seeing you on Saturday at 5:30. But thanks, mate, for coming in. Thank you, my friend. Steve-O, shout yourself out, man.
Yeah, I do a lot of a lot of my stuff is on I hop around a bunch of YouTube channels, just talking football with whoever really. But yeah, my main channel's Strasbourg Steve. I'm gonna try to do 4 watch alongs this weekend. I'm gonna try to do one from Australia. I'm doing Real Sociedad in the morning on Saturday. Then I'm doing obviously the Bundesliga game on Friday, the Dortmund Werder Bremen. And I think on Sunday I'm gonna do an Eredivisie watch along. Utrecht are playing Ajax. So you'll get a wide range of footballing commentary from me on my channel. That's what I do. That's what I like doing. So but yeah, thanks for having me on, man. Good talking to you too.
Yeah, but the thing is, you actually the thing is what you do is that you actually do excuse me, you actually do watch what you're talking about. Yeah. It's not just bullshit. Well, unfortunately, there's way too many that sit there on channels and promote crap about players. You actually do watch it.
Yeah.
I've seen your setup. You showed it to me once on off screen. Of what your setup is. It's quite amazing. I have to respect you for that. But fair play to you, mate. Thank you for coming on. It's been a while. Way too long.
Has been. Yeah, I've been busy, man. But glad I can make time.
Thank you, man.
Of course. Thank you.
Yes, Steve. Glad to have you back after your little issues.
Brain myself.
Yeah, well, yeah, he didn't damage the brain, mate. Because yeah, look,
Well, it ain't one there, mate. So.
You just
Look,
tanked up your fucking
you're a forest.
I shook the dust around in my head. That's what I did.
Yeah, I think that's more akin.
I'll go
I think,
with that.
I think you shook up a few, tadpoles. And, no, seriously, mate. I'm glad you're all right because obviously,
Thanks,
when
mate.
you do that sort of thing, it can be quite
Yeah.
nasty. So all seriousness, mate. I'm glad you're back and well, mate. Shout yourself out.
Right, okay. So, cheers, Jazz and Steve. Good to see you again. Good to see you, Jazz, again as always. Yeah, I mean, I'll explain a little bit about it. I mean, I sort of missed the step on the stairs, and it kind of went into slow motion. You know how it does when you can like see everything going on, and you're like, woo, and you're sort of like, where you're sort of thinking, I've got to grab something or try and save myself. Next thing I know, Ed just hits the top of the step, boom, bounces off. All I'm thinking is, stream's still running. I've got to get back and get on the stream. So, that's what I did. And then I got headaches and dizziness afterwards. Rang the doctors. They said, give it 3 days to a week. If it gets any worse, then let us know. And I said, well, they're concussion symptoms. And he says, yeah, but I don't think you've got that. And I went, mate, you must be a good doctor then to know that I ain't got that from over the phone. And fair play to you, mate. Should be paying you more, you twat. Basically, my channel is Long-Haired Yeti's Cave. I'll be doing a watch along on Saturday for the Forest Luton game. Not at 10 bloody AM, not a chance. I'll be pushing Z's at that time. And yeah, so drop on over there, drop me a sub, that'd be great. Make sure you sub to Jazz. Big up everybody in the chat. I seen you saying hello to me. I was giving you the thumbs up, but I think I was behind the words and everything. But I did give you the thumbs up. I've videoed it, so I've got the proof just in case you want to take me to court and try and, get me sentenced into prison. Where you can find me is probably hiding from Zinchenko because, that guy scares the shit out of me. I'm hoping Mudryk actually does get an assist and then grabs him and stitches the nut on him and knocks him out clean. But, that'd be awesome because that'd make that game interesting, to be honest. But, yeah, Long-Haired Yeti's Cave. I'm waffling. So, yeah, thanks anyway, everybody, for having me on. Cheers, guys.
Always a pleasure, man. I also want to shout out Steve for his putting up his screenshots today, going through detailed. Steve O, thank you for doing that, man.
Yeah,
that was quality, absolute quality. Thank you for doing that.
of course, yeah.
It gave a little bit of more interest. Unfortunately, I'm not sure. On an iMac, you're a little bit limited at times on what you can do, what you can't do. But thank you, mate, for doing that.
Of course.
Class.
No
we're going to bail, people. So I'm going to do the outro. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Let's enjoy the weekend of football coming up. It's going to be interesting to see how our results work out. It is what it is. But we're out of here, people, and take care. Have a great weekend, and take care.
Arteta out.
Away the lads.